Hello, this is Miss Maryland at Ocean View Arts, and today we're going to find out how to draw a flying squirrel. My granddaughter needs that for a project, and she asked me to do this for her. So, you'll need some paper, copy paper you can use, and a pencil. We are going to start with pencil. We are going to do some erasing, so you'll need an eraser. And the first thing you're going to do is kind of a bucket shape in sort of the middle of your paper. It's going to be a little skinnier at the bottom than it is at the top. Now, I'm drawing a lot darker than you need to because I want you to be able to see this on the video. But that's going to be kind of your bucket shape. And the next thing we're going to do is a heart shape for the head. And it's going to go above the center here and a little bit below. You can put a dot there for below. It's going to be a wide heart, very wide and round, not one of those straight, skinny up and down hearts. And that's going to be our head. And if you take a look at our drawing here, you can see that's where we're going with that. And then under the head, we're going to make an oval that goes almost down to the bottom, and that's going to be the belly. And then we're going to make the hands. Now, those are going to be made out of letters, so we'll start here. And we're going to make a W and a V. So we start at the corner here, and here's your W, and here's your V. And we'll do the same thing on this side, W, V. And we're going to do the same thing with feet. This flying squirrel has kind of bigger feet, so the feet go out here, and then we're going to do our W and our V and bring it back. And then on this side, we'll start with the W here, and then a V. And that'll give us our foot on that side. And then we're going to get our wingy things. So the wingy things are going to go from the inside of the hand to the inside of the foot. And it's going to touch the belly. So it's going to be a curvy line like this, touching the belly and then coming back out. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Now you might find that turning your paper over makes it easier to do that curve. So those are your wingy things. And our legs here are going to be formed a little bit by triangles. We're just going to put a triangle in here with the short leg on the inside and the longer leg on the outside and a triangle there. So for the tail is going to be about as tall as the body. So you can measure the body with your pencil up to there. I'm measuring it with my finger. Bring your pencil down, and that could be the end of the tail. I'm going to start from these 2 points because that's where the tail will start. So this will be kind of an S turning into a circle at the bottom. And here's another S. And the S is, this part is skinnier at the top, and it gets wider at the bottom. So that's your tail. And then we're going to erase a couple of things. We're going to erase this straight line across here. Mine may not erase all the way because I've been drawing dark so you can see it. But if you had a light pencil, you should be able to erase all of yours. And then we'll erase this line across the head here. And then we're ready to do the face. And I like big eyes, so I'm going to give our flying squirrel really big eyes. And a little nose that's a downward pointing triangle. And I want my flying squirrel to be happy, so I'm doing 2 U's underneath, and it'll be a happy flying squirrel. Now for the eyes, I'm going to kind of draw what looks like a crescent moon in there. And depending on where you draw that, this flying squirrel is going to be looking a little bit down. And I'm going to draw a square in the center. And then the last thing is the 2 ears, which is just upside down V's. So that's your drawing. And from there, you're going to take your black marker and go over your lines. Now, don't worry about going over them exactly, because whatever you don't go over exactly, you'll be able to erase later. But you want to be sure you let the black marker dry before you start erasing. So when I do the eyes, I am going to color in with black the part around the little square. so that that looks like a highlight of the eye. We'll do the other eye here too. And there we go with the highlight, and we'll color that in. And you'll basically go over all your lines. I like to color in the little nose. And we've got our little ears up here and the top of the head and the mouth. And just like that, you'll go over all your lines. If you want to, on the tail here, you can add some other lines in there that look like the tail flowing. Until your drawing looks like this, I like to color in the little hands and the feet. And you might want to color in the ears too. That's okay. And after you get all your lines in with the marker, let it dry for a minute, and then you can go back with your eraser and start erasing any other lines. And then you'll have your drawing, and it'll be ready to color. Now, my granddaughter wanted a small one for a project. So after you draw your big one, you can take it to your copy machine and reduce it. So this is a reduced drawing of this. And then you can color it in. You can color it in with crayons. I colored mine in on the computer, but you can color it in any way you like. And this one's a little bit realistic colors, but you don't have to do realistic. You can make your flying squirrel any colors that you like. So on mine, here's the copy where I colored it in, and then I took some crayons and I colored in the back. So I used a bunch of different brown crayons and gray, because nothing in nature is all the same color. So that gives a few different colors for the back, because we're going to cut this out. So for this one, what I did was I cut it out, and one of the reasons I did blue on the background for sky was so I didn't have to cut it out exactly along this line. So we have a little blue there showing. Before I cut it out though, I did color in the back. And then after I cut it out, I got a hole punch, and I punched 3 holes, and I put some ribbon in. You could use string, so that this little character can hang and fly. So you can actually have a flying squirrel. And maybe you can make an environment around it, or whatever you like. So that's a fun project. You can either just draw it, or you can hang it. And that's how you do a flying squirrel. And I hope you enjoyed the project and have fun. Thank you for watching.